Happy New Year, degenerates, and welcome to a brand new episode of Boring Crypto IO, the place where I read you the boring crypto news so you don't have to. My name is not important. Let's rock and roll. Sushi Swap CEO proposes new tokenomics for liquidity decentralization. Sam Bankman-Fried to reportedly plead not guilty to criminal charges. LOL. And Dogecoin Foundation announces new fund for core developers. Let's do it. Bitcoin. Not really doing much, but we have seen a small tick to the upside. Actually a small rounded bottom, guys. Actually, rounded bottoms are kind of a reversal pattern with potential to the upside. Let's look at it on a 4-hour, get more of that rounded look. Again, if you were playing around a bottom, you'd be buying right around here, around the 16.5 level, at the bottom of this trend, at our 16.450, 16.5 level that we've been talking about for quite some time. And if you do remember, a few days ago, go back to the daily, give me just a second, y'all. When I was talking about how I have a feeling Bitcoin is going to range here. And if you're a swing trader, you can potentially start playing the swings, the highs and the lows, as it bounces around in this consolidation area, with potentials to a breakout to the up or the downside. Weird. But we're starting to see that happening. We're starting to see that pattern taking place of hitting the top, hitting the bottom. Now we're moving back up to the top. Money flow starting to tick up. RSI is probably right around dead center. Again, not tons of volatility, not tons of movement, but you are starting to see a trend form. And until we decide what we're going to do outside of this channel, if you are that kind of person that wants to swing trade, it's not a bad position to start playing. I personally, and again, not financial advice per usual, I'm not doing it. I'm just watching. I am waiting for a trend. Ethereum, kind of doing the same thing. Now, on this breakdown, back even when all the alts, when all crypto broke down, around the 16th of December, ETH actually went lower than Bitcoin and then ranged a little bit higher. So you're kind of playing both of these levels right here, with this being the lowest of the low. But this is kind of the range that I think Ethereum is going to stay in, up here at the 1187 to the 1217, maybe to 1230 if we look at this as the top up here, and it's going to range and do the same thing Bitcoin's kind of doing. Again, not financial advice, but if you are a swing trader, it's starting to form and show strength just in that consolidation period. So like I said, you can play the swings. Outside of that, guys, let's go to the news. Sushi Swap CEO proposes new tokenomics for liquidity decentralization. The new tokenomics intends to boost liquidity and decentralization in the platform, enabling Sushi Swap to continue operations. Jared Gray, CEO of the decentralized exchange Sushi Swap, has plans to redesign the tokenomics of the Sushi Swap token, according to a proposal introduced on December 30th in the Sushi Swap's forum. As part of the new proposed tokenomics model, time-locked tiers will be introduced for emission-based rewards, as well as a token burning mechanism and a liquidity lock for price support. The new tokenomics aims to boost liquidity and decentralization in the platform, along with strengthening treasury reserves to ensure continual operation and development, noted Gray. The proposed model liquidity providers would receive 0.05% of swap fees revenue, with higher volume pools receiving the biggest share. LPs will also be able to lock their liquidity to earn boosted emissions-based rewards. The rewards are forfeited and burned, however, if they are removed before maturity. And this is the tweet about that. Going on. Also, Stake Sushi won't receive any share of the fee revenue, but emissions-based rewards paid in Sushi tokens. Time lock tiers will be used to determine emissions-based rewards, with longer time locks resulting in bigger rewards. Withdrawals before the maturity of the time locks are permitted, but rewards will be forfeited and burned. The decentralized exchange will use a variable percentage of the 0.05% swap fee to buy back and burn Sushi tokens. The percentage will change based on the total time lock tiers selected. The proposal notes. Because time locks get paid after maturity, but burns happen in real time when a large amount of collateral gets unstaked before maturity, it has a sizable deflationary effect on supply. The tokenomics regarding comes after Sushi swaps disclosed to have less than 1.5 years of runway left in its treasury, meaning that a significant deficit was threatening the exchange's operational viability. As reported by Cointelegraph, SushiSwap experienced a $30 million loss over the past 12 months, just like everything else in the crypto space, on incentives for LPs due to the token's base emission strategy, leading the company to introduce the new tokenomics model. I know, guys, I'm not a big Sushi guy, but what do you guys think about this? Do you think this is going to help the decentralized platform grow or not? Let me know in the comments down below. Moving on, SBF in the news again. I think it's funny, and again, I only read this because I'm just reading the news, and I throw little opinions here and there, but mostly this is just a news channel. But I mean, the guy, like the point I'm getting at, and I'm spending way too much time talking about it, but is it's like people can't help themselves whether anything new happens or not. They've got to keep him in the news just to kind of, I don't know, get clicks. And here I am clicking on it and reading it to you guys. Anyway, moving on. Sam Bankman-Fried reportedly plead not guilty to criminal charges. This is hilarious. Following a court hearing on December 22nd, SBF was released on bail, we all know, and is slated to appear in court on January 3rd, which is tomorrow at the recording of this video, before U.S. District Judge Lewis Kaplan in Manhattan. Former FTX CEO SBF, currently free on $250 million bail bond, will reportedly plead not guilty to the alleged FTX and Alameda related financial frauds in court on January 3rd. SBF was released. SBF, God, I can't talk this morning. New year, new tongue, I guess. SBF was arrested in the Bahamas at the request of the United States government under suspicion of defrauding investors and misappropriation of funds held on the FTX crypto exchange. Following a court hearing on December 22nd, SBF was released on bail and is slated to appear in court on January 3rd before the U.S. District Judge Lewis Kaplan in Manhattan. During the hearing, SBF is expected to enter a plea of not guilty to the criminal charges according to a Reuters report on December 13th. The SEC charged former FTX CEO with violating the anti-fraud provisions of the Securities Act of 1933 and the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. Defendants have the right to plead not guilty during initial court hearings and are allowed to change their plea in due time. On December 28th, a movement of funds from Alameda was released upon suspicion of SBF involvement in the anomaly. However, the entrepreneur was quick to distance himself from all alleged rumors. He put out a tweet saying it's not him. I mean, of course. Anyway, guys, if you go to the Cointelegraph page, it has the links to the tweets where SBF basically was trying to say it wasn't him. And I don't know if it was him or not. But it just looks fishy as hell. Anyway, finishing up, SBF's tweet was a response to a Cointelegraph report that a wallet address had received over 600 Ethereum from wallets that belong to Alameda. I don't know, man. This thing is just, I'm over it, honestly. Like, I'm tired of talking about it. What do you guys think? Are you over SBF? Are you tired of hearing about FTX? You guys want to move on? Or do you want to continue to cover this and watch the book get thrown at the dude? Who knows? Let me know in the comments below. And last but not least, Dogecoin Foundation announces new fund for core developers. Now, before I read this story, and it's a short one, I'm just kind of, again, I don't like really giving my opinion too much, but I have never been a fan of the whole meme coin movement personally. When this took off during the last bull cycle, with with Floki, with Doge, with all these meme coins popping up, for someone who trades and someone who looks at the crypto space in high regard, to just breakthrough technology, things that could change the world, all sorts of projects out there with real use case and positive use case and things like that. Watching a large, and I mean a large majority of the market flood into meme coins, I mean lottery tickets basically, it was rough, man, and I was not a fan of it. I even did a blurb about how I felt about Doge, and just it was frustrating, you know, with all the projects out there that have huge potential, that have use case, that have teams of devs working on it, etc., to watch lots and lots and lots of retail money just flow into meme coins. It was very frustrating, and I was not a fan of it. Now, going into this, seeing news of Doge potentially, you know, create funds for developers to try and become something, this becomes intriguing to me, because again, I've never been a fan of the token, but if they do create a use case, if they do create some kind of development, and some kind of way to further build on Doge, who knows, man? It's already got all the media hype that any project could ever wish for. So it might just become a blue chip, which is really freaking weird to say. But I digress. Let's get into the story. The Dogecoin Foundation allocated 5 million Doge, which is around $360,000 at the time of writing, to development of the ecosystem. This is what I'm talking about. This would get really intriguing. The Dogecoin Foundation announced a new fund for Dogecoin core developers to promote the Dogecoin ecosystem further in the new year. On December 31st, the foundation stated that it is allocating 5 million Doge, which is around $360,000, to the new fund to support the development of the Dogecoin platform. Very intriguing. According to the Dogecoin Foundation, the fund will be held in a new multi-signature wallet managed by its members and needs 3 out of 5 signatures from Dogecoin core developers Chromatic, Marshall Hayner, Michi Lumen, Patrick Lauder, and Ross Nicole. These custodians will not have any rights to the funds aside from managing the release. The team wrote, the Doge held in this wallet will disperse rewards to developers of Dogecoin Core for work on all contributions no matter how big or small. For every release of Dogecoin Core, 500,000 Doge will be distributed among developers who contribute to the release. To ensure transparency, the team released the wallet address where the fund is held. The Dogecoin Core team will also be publishing blog spots for all expenditures and will be announced through social media channels by the custodians. Meanwhile, Dogecoin developers have recently denied rumors that the network is immediately moving over to proof of stake consensus mechanism. The developers clarified that the only plan to release a proposal. The developers clarified that they only plan to release a proposal on the issue. Lumen, one of the engineers, reprimanded influencers who circulated the rumors and said that they do not have the inside scoop on Dogecoin. On September 16th, Dogecoin became the second largest proof of work cryptocurrency after Ethereum switched over to proof of stake. So guys, let me know what you think. Were you guys part of the meme coin hype? Did you buy in? Are you still holding Doge? I think it's trading around 7 cents right now, which from its all-time high is actually not a bad buy. Ugh, I can't believe I'm even saying this. I feel icky. But no, it's intriguing. Look, like I said, this project has the publicity of the world, and if Doge starts to become a use case project, I don't know, man, that could be huge, very huge, with lots of upside potential, just like I said, based on the publicity alone. But let me know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think Doge will continue to grow? I mean, look, I got into crypto in 2017, and it was a hype train back then. It disappeared, went way under a penny during the 2018-2019 bear market. Took off and almost hit $1 on our last bull. Back down to 7 cents. It ain't going nowhere. That's the reality of it. And I keep repeating myself, and it's a short story, and who knows, but if they put real development and a real use case into Doge, it could be huge. So I've got to stop being a turd about it and maybe look into it. But guys, that is all I got for today. I appreciate your time here. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you listening. And I hope y'all are having a great new year at the start of this brand new 2023. And if you guys do like the content that I provide here on Boring Crypto IO, please, by all means, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications, like the video, and I will see you next time. I am out of here.